Welcome to another Transformers Prime Beast Hunters review. This time we're looking at the Voyager class Predaking figure. Now this is one that I was really looking forward to, mainly because of what you see here, the Dragon mode, which is the biggest, literally the biggest visually, physically, and just the biggest selling point for the figure, because I always, ever since we saw promo pics, I just really fell in love with his Dragon mode. Although it does have some certain flaws here and there. I do have his weapons attached here, which I do dig, although it just kind of distracts away or takes away from the main head because they stick out so much farther, and the bright colors of the orange and silver kind of like mute out the black in the main head. But it also reminds me, just the fact that it's a dragon, it has 3 heads, it reminds me a lot of Scourge from Cybertron. Kind of nice little homage there, but if you don't like the heads, they can come off. But it does have a firing gimmick. When you press this down all the way, fires all the way. And if you don't really care for the dragon heads, you can take them off like so. Fire the missile. Fire that one too. Yeah, these missiles are very trigger happy, and you can leave them like this, or you can peg them together for a weapon in robot mode. Really? I didn't even press a button, it just fired off nowhere. So here he is, basic Dragon mode, wings, really cool, has a nice wingspan. The overall length is really good. It's probably a good 12 inches. And articulation, he does have a double jointed neck, and his mouth opens a little bit at the gray piece. His arms have a swivel, go in and out, elbow bends, the little feet can grab things too. Look at that. His back legs have a little bit of movement, single hinge, a little bit of a foot articulation too. Tail can technically swivel side to side, but is more or less useless. So there you go. Looks real nice. Get a little bit close up. There you can see all the nice detail in his head. Now there is going to be an ultimate class version of this, which is going to be have a wingspan of 24 inches or 22 inches. Which is crazy, which is basically taking Fortress Maximus and laying him on his side, as far as the wingspan goes. Looks real nice. The transformation is really, really interesting, especially of how the robot legs form. I'm gonna take off his stubby tail and unpegging his main torso here. Folding out the legs, folding the dragon legs in like this, and in like that. Take this piece here, kind of like fold it up for now. Rotate around till you see the orange here at the hip. Fold out the feet and the heels. Position that down like that. His hands is kind of fold together like that. Same thing. And these little black pieces fold out like so. And then the wings can basically just stay down and open up the chest, rotate dragon head around, kind of fold it in, Now bring up the robot head, and this piece just kind of sits back like that, and there's Predaking in Robo mode, and it's okay. It looks alright, but I do feel that the Dragon mode is the superior mode. Not to say that there's anything necessarily bad with the Robo mode, it's just kind of underwhelming, especially compared to his really cool Dragon mode. Get some nice close-ups here. See, he does have a lot of molded detail in the head and the torso, but you really can't see most of it because of lack of paint applications. He does have some Cybertronian glyphs on his wings and some other random points on his body, like his torso there and some on his leg. Just gives him a little bit more of an ancient feel. Pretty neat. And his head does have a ball joint, I believe, at the top of her neck. It does swivel side to side, and these horns on his head are very soft, rubbery plastic. Arms can swing all the way around. Hinge goes in and out with bicep swivel. Basic 90 degree movement in the shoulder. Elbow. It's a wrist swivel. And of course they open too. No waist. Oh, actually, no, there is a waist. Because of the transformation. Hips go in and out, and forward and backward. Knees. And we've got to get really technical. He does have some foot too, but it's doesn't really amount to much. So he does come with 2 accessories now in this mode. He comes with his sword, which there is no real good way of getting him to hold it, because you open up his hand, you see there's a single hole in his hand, and there's like this double peg here in his sword, so it pegs in there nicely, but once you close it, because there's no peg on the other side, it just kind of falls out of itself. So there's no real good way to get him to hold it, so it just falls out most of the time, like that. Or you got the double dragon gun, which can peg into his forearm here, and that looks pretty decent. Or you could have both of them detach and have one dragon head here and one dragon head on the other arm. So basically up to you. Overall, it's a decent figure, nothing too bad about it. Dragon mode is basically its peak. Robin mode is decent. Transformation, especially for the legs, is unique. Kind of reminds me of animated Prowl, if that makes any sense. So I'd say go out and pick him up. He's a fun little figure, especially in Dragon mode. But if you are wanting a bigger version, I'd say hold out for the forthcoming Ultimate Class version, because that one's going to have a lot of features. Until next time, thanks for watching.